Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Between Two Pods. This time, nope, he's back now. All right, I was about to say I'm joined by 2 out of 3 of the Elder Trolls, but here we are, all 3. Guys, hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Slade.
Hey, man.
It's excellent. I'm really excited to do this one. First of all, y'all are the most amount of guests I've had on at one time, so I can't wait to see the wavelengths later.
Yeah, that's gonna give you nightmares, friend.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
We
for
do
that.
it too much, perhaps too much. We do it. We have like 5.
I was gonna say
5.
Be
Sometimes.
careful what you wish for, Slade.
But here,
telling us how long we can go on. There's 3 of us here.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's trouble.
we'll find out. We'll find out. But real quick, could y'all tell everybody about your podcast and where everyone can find you?
Sure. I'll cover this one. I have it written down here so I wouldn't stumble over my words, but I still might stumble over my words because
You'll still do it. Yeah.
Well, we're 3 brothers with the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast. You can find us on all podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple, Google, all those. We also have a YouTube channel called Elder Trolls Gaming, where we do everything gaming. We videos,
clips,
shorts, everything.
gameplay reviews, you name it.
But on the podcast, we're 3 brothers who get together. We talk mostly about games, sometimes tech, movies, and TV. When we talk about video games, we try to be a little bit different. There are a lot of great podcasts out there that do the deep dives and essay style podcasts with what games they're playing, either retro or new. We try to lean more towards like the tech side and the comedy side of things. I'd say we're very loosey goosey, and we try
Bit crass.
Yeah, big crass. Yeah, it's just like a cool hangout between like 3 brothers, really, and that's pretty much it right now.
That sounds fantastic. I can't wait to get into these questions because when I was like 3 brothers. What do I ask 3 brothers, and how can I tear them apart? That was the other thing.
Oh boy.
That's what I spent my day today at work doing. So first thing, let's tear into this real quick.
Yeah.
Who in the house was the party game champ?
Party game
champ, right? Like Mario Kart or Mario Party gets brought out.
Oh.
Who's gonna maliciously dominate? But also, I want to know who's the cheater.
That's a good question.
Like, who's the one who's gonna try to smack the controller out of your hand?
I would probably do that.
Jonathan would probably do that.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Although I might not need to because I'll be in first place anyway. You know what I mean? But
that's not what happened last time we played some Mario Kart. I whipped his asses.
yeah, but I was using a broken controller.
Oh, he's the one that always has the excuses. That's
Yeah.
There
And
it
the final
is.
word, the last word is John.
Excuses are not. They're not excuses. They're facts. They're reasons.
What does he say? What does John Tapper
Nathaniel.
say?
Nathaniel also pretended he beat Mario
That's
right.
told a whole birthday party full of kids when he was
I
a kid
was-
that he beat
Not
Mario.
not
and
me
they
as
were
an
like,
adult. At a party with
Yeah,
kids.
as an adult.
I like the idea of you as an adult going
He
and
would
telling
still
these kids,
do
"Yeah, I beat Mario."
Yeah.
and they're like, okay.
They're like, no,
Prove
you
it.
didn't.
Prove
You're
it."
old.
You're old.
And he's like,
He starts crying.
Look at him, say, "No, my uncle works for Nintendo."
Yes.
that's just
My dad works for Nintendo.
Whenever I start lying, I just keep going and I don't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
It's a big snowball effect.
I don't know if any of us are cheaters, really. I think that's something we can proudly say that we've avoided a lot. I mean, for the most part, yes, we used to put in cheats in like GTA or whatever. But when it comes to competing games, I don't think that we really did that. You know?
I don't think, if maybe I would, and maybe once in a blue moon, I would do it in like a board game. You know, like with me, my
A
wife,
board game.
and her friends, and they're like so much better at board games than me. I'll sneak extra money or extra cards or something like that.
Wow.
I'll do that.
Wow.
But I won't do it in video games because video games are sacred.
They're safe.
So nobody getting caught screen peeking or anything like that.
No. We don't.
I don't know.
We always had our
I
own,
don't
like,
think
because
so.
we were
On the split screen?
more
Oh,
PC
yeah.
gamers.
I do that on the split screen. That's all fair. It's on the same screen.
Yeah. We don't put
It's
the
right there,
cardboard.
No.
Little cardboard
borders.
divider up.
Yeah. That would be funny.
First time I saw that on the internet, I was like, "That's a genius idea that
Yeah.
could have solved so many arguments."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be sitting like right there.
Need a giant TV too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So let's get back into y'all's podcast and a little bit away from me tearing y'all apart. How did it come about? What brought the Elder Trolls to be?
Should I take this one?
Who wants
You?
to take it? You, Dano?
I'll take it.
Sure.
Good.
Well, we have a group chat that we chatted with me, my two cousins, and these two guys, and we're just always talking about games, and constantly talking about games. I mean, there's other things too, but so many of it is, when a new game comes out, we're talking about what game we're playing, and then we're all playing it. All three of us are talking about the game in the group chat or whatever. So one day, Nathaniel was like, maybe we should start a podcast and just kind of do that on the show. And I think it was around, what was it, 2020? Going into 2021.
Yeah, it was like
the end of
Christmas
2020.
2021.
hanging out at Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that was when he just kind of pitched the idea. I remember I was eating lunch and I was reading our group chat.
I actually think it was far before that because it took us forever to actually do it.
Yeah,
no? It must have been
we
before
had the
that.
idea. We had the idea at around in October-ish, I think a couple months before Christmas, and then
Yeah.
we were like, okay, we'll set the deadline for January 1st. We've got to have an idea for the first episode.
2021.
We'll start in
Yeah.
January, first week of January, our first episode.
Yeah.
So then we got
So
all,
we made that plan.
got all that stuff. Yeah. Got all that stuff ironed
Yeah, we
out.
did.
Hosting, all that shit.
Yeah, so we just figured let's just do this, but record ourselves because everybody, in our family and tons of people we know are like, man, you guys are funny, man. You should do something together, man. So we were just like, okay, let's give it a shot and we'll see what happens, and we'll just just to do it, to enjoy it and whatever. So that's kind of where we started and where we're still at, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We have we have some creative backgrounds like music performance. I keep cracking. My voice keeps fucking cracking. We have some creative backgrounds like music performance. We do. I've graduated from audio production, recording. Daniel's a recording musician. I do photography. Jonathan plays guitar, draws. So we've got all that kind of like practiced creativeness before we started the podcast. So we were kind of like, what can we do to bring all that together?
And computers.
And computers and talk about games,
Right.
So then we came up with this, yeah.
Like we're pretty well versed in the production part of it, like the recording and we know the tech, and it's fun. It's like we're all self-produced, right? So it's like Daniel does the mastering because he knows how to do that. We talk about audio and gear sometimes too, and we like doing that. So like setting up the recording and all that stuff. So it like everything is kind of like an encompassing area of, I guess,
Creation?
creativity area of creativity, a ball of creativity.
It's a massive
making
ball
the music,
of creativity.
making the music for the
Basketball.
show. Jonathan and Nathaniel used to make movies in high school and like make them on the computer and edit them.
Oh, really?
So I think that it's kind of a funny.
Yeah.
It almost came full circle in this way, at least, because Jonathan now edits a lot. He edits all the videos, so he'll put in these hilarious little edits and stupid zooms and shit, and like clips from movies and whatever. So it's all kind of comes back to that, which is really funny.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's interesting. Are the movies still around? Are they just
Oh,
buried
man,
somewhere
we
deep
wish.
in the YouTube archives? No.
No, there's like a VHS at home somewhere. We've talked
No
about this.
idea.
We've talked about this.
They're floating around in the ether somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's in a closet somewhere at home in a VHS that's unmarked. So we'd have to watch
Yeah,
all the
we're not
VHS to
finding
find
it.
this. There's no way.
We're not finding it.
If we did
The
though,
Adventures of Lance and Rico.
Yeah.
oh, I have that one. I could maybe make a couple of shorts of that one.
Do not do that.
Do not.
You gotta make it
Actually,
like a Patreon exclusive or something. People gotta pay to see it.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in it. I don't think. I think I was the cameraman.
Oh no, you were in there. You were one of the drug dealers.
Oh, okay.
You were pushing some young guy's
Oh, that's
his
right.
cream.
It's cream of some young guy.
Wow.
Yes.
Just vile.
Fuck, that was funny. Oh man.
before we dive a little deeper into it, is there any indie podcasts that y'all like to give a quick little shout out to?
Oh man, there's so many.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's so many. Like when we jumped in, I jumped into this massive server. I think that's where we met Slade. Or
Yes.
I think we had a little game night too together
Yes.
one night. But there's so many out there. The top ones that I'd like to give a shout out to is Gaming Duo pod, Kelvin and Rob. We got the Gaming Together pod with Nate and Phil. We got 1H1D with Chris and Tom. And we got Friday Night Gamecast with Nick and Will. I think those ones are always like on the top of my list. I'm always getting those go-tos. Yeah. Right.
Friday Night Gamecast. It'll be out before this, obviously, but I recorded one with them.
Oh, excellent.
And their whole thing, they were like, we're going to try to beat whatever your longest episode is. And I'm like, no,
They
you're
like
not.
to do that.
No, you're not.
I think ours with them was
Yeah.
over 3 hours.
Yeah.
Actually,
But they just had a 3.5-hour episode, I think,
Yeah.
with their Zelda episode.
It doesn't surprise me. I just actually recorded with 1 Hour, One Decision. We talked
awesome.
about
Okay.
Persona Strikers.
Oh, cool.
They come in there. I'm a massive Persona fan, and I didn't want to play it, and I didn't want to like it, but it's kind of fun. So here we are.
Which one's the Persona Strikers? There's so many now on
There's too
Game
many.
Pass.
Well, no, they took. So, all right, real quick. They took Persona 5 away from Game Pass,
Oh.
as things do, but they left the newest, like, spin-off game on
The
there.
Tactics or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, spin-off.
So,
yeah.
so you can't play the main game, but you can play the spin-off. That's 20 hours or whatever.
Okay. I was always scared to get into that one because it's so long.
I'm
No,
not
it's-
touching that with
it's
a
a- it's
10-foot pole.
It's like 140 hours.
Yeah,
man.
no.
You got time.
No.
You got time. You have
When I-
time.
When I played Red Dead 2, okay, I was at 90 hours or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
Red Dead 2 was so long.
please. I was like, this needs to end soon. Kill me.
Although I put over 100 hours in Tears of the Kingdom, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like that
Yeah.
long though. But
Right.
like Red Dead Redemption 2, I felt the length of the game.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
for sure.
I think it's just because there's so many moments that feel like it's coming to a close, and you're like,
And
oh,
it's
like,
this
nope,
must be
fuck
the end.
you.
And then it's like,
Yeah.
I'm
and then it's
happy
like,
to
oh,
hear all
this-
this negativity to Red Dead. It makes me very happy.
Oh yeah, I heard you're like kind of playing it and then you kind of fell off it. And you were not a fan.
No. So I got through like 3 chapters, and then me and one of the other co-hosts, Tim, were not having fun, and so we ended
Really?
up dropping it.
Hmm.
Because look, I grew
Yeah,
up here
I
in the
can
South,
see.
right? So I've
Yeah.
been around plenty of horses. Horses are like the worst animal that you'll ever be around. They're moody and violent, right? They're not good animals. And horse people are like awful as well. They're just
Really?
rich. They're just rich
the
douchebags.
same.
Oh yeah, you have to
Horse
be pretty rich
people.
to have
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah.
That's
I work
funny.
in engineering, and if you knew like the amount of money they spend on just a specific dirt for like
Yeah.
horse tracks,
Oh my god.
I'm talking about like shipping it over like state lines, like from South Carolina to here in Alabama,
Wow.
to make sure they have
I
a specific
never even
blend.
thought of that.
Yeah,
Give me that dirt.
Just so they're like,
they're wild. They're wild. They're
man, that is insane. Just so they're like their
like it's for their feet or whatever.
feet, ankles.
I
knees.
I thought my boss was fucking with me one day because he was like, "Yeah, when you go out there, take a look. You'll see the horse wearing hats and jackets." And I was like, "Ha, very funny." And then I show up on site, and the horse had a fucking jacket on.
Cigar. Wow.
Yeah, it had like a little
Top
hat.
hat?
It was like a little beanie, like for it, and like a
Yeah.
jacket. And I'm like, "Who? Why? It's an animal. What are you
What
doing?"
the hell is going on?
I put a coat on my dog.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, I was like, it's funny, but I put booties on my dog.
Well, y'all are in
Wow,
Canada,
that's
where
because
it's like
fucking
Yeah.
minus 35 up
Yes.
here, though. So.
Yeah,
you would be making fun of me. It's like 45 today, and I had 2 jackets on. All right, I'm freezing.
Oh my god.
I'm freezing. I'm built for it to be 105 and 90%
Yeah,
humidity.
well.
I'm not built for this.
That makes
I
sense.
have, I have a buddy who's he was born and raised. Well, he's born in Hawaii, and then he grew up in Arizona, and then he married my wife's friend, and they moved up to Minneapolis.
Yep.
And he is hating his life right now
I would
because how
too.
fucking cold it is. He's
I
like,
would
this place
too.
is inhabitable. How do you people fucking live in this shit?
One of my favorite things to tell people up north. It snowed once like 5 or 6 years ago here.
Oh, what?
I got 2 inches of snow,
Oh,
Wow.
and I was out of work for a week because of that.
Wow. Nice. Perfect time
I
for
wish.
gaming. That's
But
what we
let
used
me-
to do.
But let me tell you something
Yeah.
though. Hurricane comes through, I'll be back the next day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird. That is so fucking weird.
it's just wild, right? So, any other? We got a little distracted. Any other indie pods that we'd like to give a shout out to?
Aaron and Tommy.
Aaron Tommy, yeah.
Aaron and Tommy.
I gotta get them on.
Oh, you'll have a blast. Well, you might not get Tommy because he's always in Alaska or out camping or something, but you'll get Aaron.
I always just think it's Aaron putting on another voice myself. But
But yeah, it's always great with those guys too. We were on with Aaron without Tommy. We got to have them on. There's so many. I don't want to keep naming and then forget somebody.
Yeah, we probably
Be an asshole.
don't worry about it. I mean, I have the gaming duo on next, so
Oh,
after
nice.
y'all-
Nice.
Yeah. Man, this whole little show, man, it's blown up. People enjoy it, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So this may be the same answer for the three of you, but I'm kind of curious about it. What is the first video game that you played? Did y'all have to share, the one console and game? Was maybe, somebody not really interested in it at first?
First
or-
ever video game.
The first ever
I always say that you remember, right? So maybe not playing Galaga in the movie theater, which is what I would probably say, but maybe like Mario 64.
Oh, well, my brain is actually mush and my memory is garbage. But I do remember when Dad brought home the Atari 2600.
Yes, that would be my first as well.
And we played Donkey Kong before he was Donkey Kong, or was he Donkey Kong?
He was. I think he was
Donkey
Donkey Kong then.
Junior or something.
And you would toss the barrels at Mario, and you had to climb the ladders to save Peach before.
I saw that game, dude. I went to a gaming convention thing at the arena 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And there was a guy who had all those old, in television and
wow.
Atari. He had Atari
Did he have
games.
the actually Atari that you could buy?
Yeah, there was everything there. You could get
Wow.
all this old consoles and stuff. And I was like, I think it was called Donkey Kong Junior. I want to say. Does that make sense?
Well, you sent a picture
Yes.
of it. I think it was. But isn't that strange? Then what did Nintendo do? Just rip that off? I don't understand.
I think it was.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
think it was
Donkey
made
Kong
by
Jr.
Nintendo.
Oh, was it made by Nintendo for
Think-
Atari?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
1982 arcade game.
Wow,
It was
cool.
released by Nintendo. And it was a sequel to one game before it, apparently.
Wow.
But yeah, I remember that. I don't know what year that would have been. Probably 1989.
9? Yeah.
1989, maybe.
Because we had that before the normal Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. That was my first memory for sure.
Yeah.
Like Donkey Kong or whatever games.
Oh, and Chicken Crossing.
Yeah, we had another game where a chicken had to cross a freeway. I think it was
Yeah.
called Freeway.
Yeah. It was like
Missile
a frogger.
Command.
Missile Command. Yeah. Oh, was that the one where you just click and the line goes up and it
And it blows up the
blows
missile.
up? The missile coming down to the
Or no,
base.
you click and it creates a circle that radiates out.
Yeah.
And you have to, and it has to stop the rocket
the missile
that's coming.
from
Yeah,
hitting
missile,
the
yeah.
city. Yeah. Man, that was.
Yeah, that's a cool game. That's all I remember. I don't know about Daniel. That was before
Daniel's a
Daniel's
bit
time.
younger. Yeah.
That's what I.
It's tough to say because it all blends together at one point. Obviously I would say, for instance, it's hard to remember if my Back to Nature days on PS1, my Harvest Moon days, were after when I would rush home and want to play Super Mario 64 or Mario 64 on 64. It was it's hard to say.
That was after because we sold the 64 to buy
PlayStation.
to get a PlayStation and Final Fantasy VII.
So then, my earliest memories of actually gaming, on my own, were definitely Mario 64 and maybe GoldenEye as well. Just kind of playing that through the actual campaign and shit, which was crazy.
You would have been 7?
8.
Yeah. Something like that.
So yeah, those were my earliest memories. I might have played something before. I don't know, maybe a Game Boy thing. I don't know, but that's what comes to mind. So.
Man, that's insane that we sold the 64 to buy PlayStation to play Final Fantasy VII. Did that when did PlayStation come out versus 64? Was it within a year or two?
I think
It was
so.
before. I think it was before.
I think the PlayStation is 2000, if I'm not mistaken.
PS1? I thought it was
I think
see.
so. I think it's 2000.
PS1 release date.
No, it was 97.
Google.
I think it was a year.
1995.
95.
PS1.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 years before N64, which is weird.
Okay.
That's why it was so weird. We sold the newer thing to get the older thing,
96.
Yeah.
but because the
64
games
was
were
96.
just better.
So a year after.
Year after. I'm about to say I'm older than both of those. I feel old now.
Yeah, I remember watching Jonathan play Final Fantasy VII, and I was just like, this is unbelievable. This game is blowing my mind. I'm not even playing it. And then Jonathan would go down to play it, and I'd be like, and I'd just sit beside him and I'd watch him play it. I wouldn't even like want to take the controller. I would just watch him play it. It was so sick. I love that.
The I was going to say the Metal Gear Solid 1. The games were just I don't know if they were just more mature and they were just kind of better. More what we were looking for.
Well, yeah, around whenever N64 launched, I'd say so, yes.
Yeah. It was just like, because they also had really cool Japanese games, the PS1, which was sweet, and they could have like video cutscenes on because you could, like, in the cartridges couldn't do that. You know what? Remember that?
Anime games.
There used to be like anime video cutscenes in a lot of those are PS1 RPGs, which was so cool to us back then. But the N64 couldn't really do that.
Fuck the 64. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
While we're on this little nostalgia trip and everything, so who would be called in to beat like the hard bosses?
Me.
Me.
I'm the only one who's played and beat Souls-like games.
Back then, that didn't matter.
Oh, back then? No.
Back then.
I was older.
No, it was
I was
terrible,
me.
yeah.
It was always
Yeah, it was
me. You
Because I would
pretended to beat a Mario game at a kid's birthday party. What are you talking about? And
That's
then you lost in front of them over and over and embarrass yourself.
As a child, not a grown-up.
As an
child.
adult, got it.
But yeah, Jonathan would be the one to beat. Legend of Dragoon as well. I remember I played like side by side. Like he would play Legend of Dragoon, and then I would play it. But I never like actually beat the game. I just watched him do the last boss, and I was like, okay.
It was so long.
Yeah, I was like, that's good enough. I've beaten it too.
Yeah, that was like a 40-minute long or an hour long, I think, boss fight or something at the end. It was wild.
Oh, that game was so good.
Awesome. So, if you could pick like one dream guest to have on, y'all don't have to agree on somebody, but if you could pick a dream guest,
You know, I was
Who's-
thinking
who
about
is it?
that.
I have no idea.
I'd want someone who could tell us more about how like game engines and development work, like the technical stuff behind it, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So I was thinking maybe
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, yeah, or Pavel Sasko from
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be sick.
Cyberpunk CD Projekt Red. I'd love to just shoot the shit with him and talk Cyberpunk like all day. I would
Yeah.
love that.
That would
And
be
Witcher.
really cool.
Yeah, Witcher. Like,
yeah,
man, how
that
bringing
would
the
be
books, bringing the books to the game. Like people, whenever you play The Witcher, or because I played Witcher 3 and then I read the first book, and because of The Witcher 3, I just had all the characters in my mind, and it was fantastic.
Oh, you did read the books? I thought you didn't read.
Well, I read.
I
On
thought
the
you didn't know how
beach.
to read.
I read on the beach in Mexico,
Okay.
where no one
okay.
can watch me and judge me. You know, because reading's for nerds.
People are looking at you on the beach and judging you. Trust me.
He just has pictures of like chicks
Yeah, I'm like,
inside in like a dust jacket of the book.
Yeah.
no, I'd have a
Whatever he's
porn
reading.
magazine and then
Yeah.
a book inside the
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
So people wouldn't think I'm some big nerd.
It's like, oh, you're looking at porn? Looking at porn,
It's
buddy?
like-
Cool.
Yep, that's
The
me.
front-
Looking at porn.
The front cover is like how to make friends and win people over or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough question because, like, yes,
I would agree with
love
Pavel.
To say, yeah, I would love to say I would agree
concur.
with that or Todd Howard, but I also like to think because I'm a huge, video game music nut too, and just
Oh,
music
yeah.
nut in general, film score. And there's a few that I would love to just kind of pick their brain. But the one that comes to mind right now is Jeremy Soule of the Elder Scrolls scoring fame. Because like he did freaking
Yeah.
Oblivion,
Oh,
he did
man.
Skyrim, and it would just be so cool to kind of because there's not a lot of videos with him. A lot of composers, a lot of studios will put in behind the behind-the-scenes featurettes and stuff about their time in the studio and how they do stuff, but I don't know if there are a lot of him out there, so I haven't got to see that kind of side of him. So it'd be cool to pick his brain about his process for the games, how he starts, what direction he takes things, and why, and all that stuff. That would be really, really cool.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Man, Skyrim music is so fucking good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
Excellent. All right, so we're getting through these pretty quickly, so I'm proud of y'all for not taking up all the time to watch all now. But my proudness can't last very long. I was listening to y'all's recent episode at time of recording. What's the problem with Portal?
Oh,
What's wrong with you three?
I bought it. I bought it for $2.50.
Good. That's like
Are both
$60
of
of
them?
enjoyment.
I bought both of them for that price.
see, my problem is I get
You just can't do
flustered
puzzles.
fast. Yeah, I hate puzzles. I hate using my brain for I can't do it. Like I just start thinking something else and then I'll just do something else. Like I can't sit through a puzzle game. And from what I've heard, I've only watched videos and heard it's just a massive puzzle game that you're jumping through holes and all that kind of stuff.
Do you know how long Portal 1 is?
No.
It's like an hour.
Really? Well, for
It's
me,
it's an hour.
60 hours.
He's just like sleeping. He's like,
Like,
This game is so long.
but I did want to try
Yeah.
it because it got the ray tracing update,
Yes.
and I wanted to
that's
check
cool.
that out. That's
I
probably
can
the only reason why I jump in is to see the tech demo of it.
Plus, there's
I have
Portal
no real
2.
excuse.
It's got co-op.
Oh yeah,
Y'all can solve portals together. That's
Oh, cool.
infuriating.
They
It's
don't
grounds
want
for
me.
murder.
they don't want me as a fucking puzzle solver. No.
you have to understand that Nate had a notorious problem that he could not finish a video game. So,
Oh yeah.
and that was only just solved. He's only just overcome this
During the
With-
podcast.
during the podcast. Probably because of the podcast.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we started this podcast, he actually finishes games now, which is crazy. He never would beat games
Never.
before.
Ever finish games? I
Well,
would
it's
get.
something. I think it's like only like 15 or 20% of people finish the game like that. They like play.
Really?
I think it's a really low percentage.
That's crazy. Like I remember, I would buy these games, and I would get like the max amount of time I would put in a game was like 20 hours maybe. And if the game was like a 60-hour game, I'd be like, no. And I would just drop it. I would just drop it, and I'd never pick it up again. But then I started hammering out games. Whenever we started the podcast, beating games, I was so proud of myself, and I just kept doing it.
I'm proud of you, boy.
I'm proud of you, boy. Proud of you, son. That's my boy.
You're
my boy, Blue.
Man, I never played Portal because I played it and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, and I get what they're doing with it. But then I had other games that I was playing at the same time, and I kind of just forgot about it, and then I just never got back to it. I was playing a lot of Half-Life 2,
Right.
so I was kind of doing the whole Source Engine Valve thing. And Counter-Strike at the Source at the time. So I don't know. I didn't quite get into it, but it was fun. What I played, I enjoyed it.
Oh, Half-Life 2 is sick.
Did
you play?
It's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you on one of your, I don't know if it was recent, one of your episodes.
Mhm.
Was it that you're going to try to get the other two to play it? for
So we
one of the
did.
episodes?
So we did play Half-Life 2.
Oh, okay.
It actually turned out to be our game of the year for 2023.
Nice.
That-
Okay, so then I haven't listened to
Okay,
that.
that sounds weird, but see, we do our last
Yeah,
chance awards. It's only for games that we played,
Oh, okay.
so not current releases or anything.
Right.
So I made the guys play it. I want them to play Half-Life Alyx. It is.
How are you going to do
Is that
that?
VR?
Okay.
That's the VR one. Can you play it
VR
non-VR?
only. You cannot.
Oh.
And I think it would be ruined if you played it not VR. Because one of the fun is just literally looking through boxes.
Yeah.
Because the way the index controllers work, you have full finger dexterity.
Oh,
So you're ripping open boxes with your hands, and then nothing's in it, and you just pick it up and yeet it across the room.
yeah. Man,
It's fun. Head crab jumps at you, grab it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
You can grab him out of the air and just
Oh, that's
shoot him.
that's-
It is.
that
It's
cool.
wild.
That's sweet. Yeah, so that's the thing. I was like, when I was buying my VR set, because I have the PSVR 2,
Okay.
and I was like, do I save up for the Steam one? Because it was like $600 extra. right? But it came with like the room sensors and all that
Right.
stuff.
So like, I don't know if you can see it, the little black dot way over there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of two. The other one's like
Oh,
up
okay.
above me on
Yeah,
that side.
okay, yeah.
So I have like full walking in here, like when I play VR games.
See, that's sweet. And
That's crazy.
is that tethered, that one? To your
Uh,
PC?
No, that's a power cable hanging down from it. They're
okay.
Bluetooth essentially.
No, but the
Nice.
headset.
The headset is tethered. Yes.
Okay. So recently, I've been following this guy on Twitter, and his little hacking group is trying to get the PSVR 2 to work on PC and Steam VR, and I've donated to them. So he's made some progress. He can. Right now, they're designing a module, like a hardware piece that goes in between the PSVR 2. You plug it in, and then that goes into the PC to emulate the certain like drivers you need for
Right.
Steam to recognize the PSVR 2. And he's getting closer and closer. So hopefully, if that ever gets done and finished, he's got it working the furthest with AMD graphics cards, which is excellent because I've got the highest AMD card. So if that ever happens, I definitely would love to play some Half-Life.
It's so good. So that's what
That would be freaking cool.
that's what my pandemic money went to, because I was
Nice.
working the whole time. So
Oh,
that showed up. They
Mm.
dropped it at the same time, and I was like, "Oh, yoink!"
Sweet.
Nice.
It looks amazing.
It's so much fun. Honestly, I don't think I haven't played anything better in VR than Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, for sure. How long is that one?
Well, you wouldn't play Portal, and that's an hour. So I don't know if you're going to want to spend all 10 hours with the VR headset strapped to your head.
Well, is there a lot of puzzles?
Not well, yes,
Or
there
I'm
are a
just
lot of
shooting
puzzles.
shit. Yeah.
There's
All right.
puzzles, there's shooting stuff. What's really cool is the shotgun is one-handed, but it's like a double barrel, so you like
Okay.
flick it to like reload
Oh man.
Nice.
it. It's endlessly entertaining.
Yeah, because I've been playing this one. I played this one called Synapse for PSVR 2, and it is sick. It's so sweet. And
There's
it's like just a fucking pistols, and you've got psionic powers, and you feel like a Jedi, like you're holding your like you can just grab stuff and telekinesis things across the room and throw people around, throw things into people. It's super fun. Super fun.
awesome. Well, it's tremendous to play. So let's get back into the questions real quick before we just start waffling about games that are excellent and why y'all should play Portal. I'm not letting this go. I just want y'all to know.
If it's an hour long, I'll do it for you, Slade.
Thank you.
And
Hopefully-
$2.
And
It's $2 in an hour. You got like one really good shit to take. Take
Yeah,
your Steam
that's
Deck
true.
in the bathroom, just sit there and beat it. So for again, y'all, the three of y'all don't have to agree, but what's your best podcast moment that just comes to mind? If somebody says, "Oh, Elder Trolls, how's it going?" Something that just pops into your head.
Oh, I've got one. Like moment or episode?
Best moment.
Favorite
Moment.
Moment.
Oh,
Damn.
man.
Oh, the custom consoles. When
Yeah.
Jonathan revealed his custom drawn console, I
Oh,
fucking
yes.
died.
Yeah. That was
Died.
actually very fun to design those. That was actually hilarious.
Okay.
I would
Yeah,
agree
that
with
was
that.
hilarious.
That's up there for sure.
That was
So we-
disgusting. Yes.
Yeah.
Mine, I've got to say, I've never cried on the show before laughing, other than the one time, which was when we told the AI shopkeeper in our AI text adventure that his shop stunk. And I don't know why that tickled my funny bone so much when it did.
And tell him it
The way
stinks.
Yeah, just
Like,
the
it's just
way
the way
hit
that
me.
it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wiping tears from my face, and I was
Because
sitting
we're just
probably
like
5
typing to the
minutes.
AI. It's like, oh, what should we say to it? And Nathaniel's like,
Yeah.
tell him it fucking stinks in there. And we're like, okay. And we said that to him. But yeah, that is very dumb.
That's genuinely funny though.
Yeah, I was crying for like 5 minutes while these guys took a break, and they came back, and I was still going. So that's one of the highlights for me in terms of at least the comedy.
That was a good one.
Comedy.
That was a good
Yeah.
one because it's like we had we were trying to get the AI to create a Dungeons and Dragons experience for us while we played the game, and the AI was supposed to be the dungeon master, and he couldn't do like simple fucking math whenever we'd go in to like buy equipment at the store.
Yeah,
He's like trying to shortchange us and shit. We're like, I don't think so. No. Your math doesn't add up. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me try to calculate that again.
Yeah, it was very dumb.
So Nathaniel, that's when I was like, what else can we? Because I love the idea of telling AI anything, or at least playing a text adventure where you can literally say anything and try and get away with it. So I was like, what if I was like, tell him his shop stinks. And then Nathaniel was narrating it as he was typing. He was like, and your shop stinks. And press like, enter. And just the way he said it. But then then it said the AI like shopkeeper like gave us a stare, like a death stare as we walked out of his shop. Fuck, it was really funny.
I liked when Nathaniel, you had the AI create the Pokemon, and
Oh yeah.
there was the one that had this a matchstick just like sticking out of his crotch. That was
Oh yeah, that was
probably very funny. I died laughing because like why would it do that? It just had a giant stick sticking up out of its crotch.
Well, they do that a lot. The AI likes to put things in characters' crotches, as we know from our
it's
latest.
a very male-oriented
true.
interpretation.
Yeah, it did that to the Link as well.
Yeah, Link's sword. He put a sword right in his crotch. Big long sword for Link.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Fucking AI.
Yeah,
Next
I'd
time I
say
go to
those
a
are
shop I
pretty
don't
three.
like, I'm gonna tell their store stinks. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah.
Do it.
This place
Courtesy,
stinks.
the Elder Trolls say
You're trying
hello.
You're trying to rip us off. And your fucking shop stinks.
So, what's the game? Fucking A. What's the game you want to cover, but y'all just haven't found the time or don't agree that you should?
Oh. I wanted them to play Lords of the Fallen with me. But good thing they didn't.
That's not how you say Portal. I just want you to know.
We should do Portal 1 hour, 1 decision.
Oh, I wanted to. 1 hour, 1 decision. I wanted to make some content about doing some custom Apex Legends matches with these guys, like as noobs, or like especially Daniel, because it would be hilarious. Like either find another person to like 3v1 me, or if I could try to coach you guys through a game to get a win or something like that, even with Daniel like not even playing the game before.
Like you
That
not
would be
playing with
funny.
us?
Yeah, me
You just
playing with
coaching
you.
us. Oh.
No, I would have to play with you. Yeah.
No. How about you don't play with us, and then you try to coach 3 noobs to a win?
Yeah, I could try to do that as well. Yeah.
Though
Like
I hate
stuff like that.
I hate
that would
when
be
you
cool.
do that when you play with us. Anyway,
Yeah.
he's like side coaching. Fuck, man. Sometimes I want to reach through my computer and
You
strangle
gotta fucking play the right way, man.
I would try that though. I would definitely try the Apex Custom Legend.
That'd be a
custom
great way to
map
do
thing.
duos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it duos, because there's duos or trios.
What else? Would there be another one that I can think of? I don't know. I think we never got to do.
Sea of Thieves.
No.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be so fun.
I've played Sea of
These
Thieves.
guys-
You?
I mean, they've all played it. They've both played it, but we wouldn't. The thing is, it's just too old to show to actually do, or too old a game to actually do a show about it. I think, unless they
Right.
come out maybe
Like,
a new season
yeah,
or
okay.
something, and then it'd be a fun kind of wave to ride or whatever.
I see what you did there.
Now
Oh,
you
I
like
didn't
that?
even notice that.
Yeah.
He didn't
Thanks,
even notice
Slade.
he did that.
Wave to ride?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a wave.
You say something funny, Bobby Boucher.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be so cool if we could do it. If we started the show before Ghost of Tsushima came out, which we didn't. Jonathan.
I would still love. I would play that game again
Yeah.
if Jonathan would just fucking play it. That
Well, I
game
think
was
I own it.
Do you?
I think I own it.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I don't know. I think I got it for free on PlayStation Plus or some shit.
Well, it's phenomenal. That's all I can say.
I think the PS4 version may have came with your PS5 in that big collection of games that they gave the PS5 players when they bought the console. That's how I got Bloodborne, I think.
Never heard of that. I don't know. Okay.
Actually, I have good news. I've sold my PS5.
You sold it.
Oh, really?
I'm very happy about that.
Really?
So why?
Just
why would
didn't
you
want it
sell-
anymore.
There's nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Everything's on Game Pass. It's
True.
too much for their version of Game Pass.
Yep.
It's also too complicated with the 3-tier system.
Oh yeah, it's so stupid.
Plus, I also have a PC and a Steam Deck and a Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm really only hanging on to it for the exclusives that will come out. You know?
That's what I wanted to
Um,
do, but one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'll give you $4.50 for it," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take money for this. It's a brick
Sure,
on my
sure.
desk."
But then,
That's true. And like, what
but then
big,
Sony's.
like, what big Sony game? What?
Yeah.
Sony's coming out with their games on PC now, though, isn't it? Are they moving to
Yeah,
PC
like a
kind of
year
thing?
later.
Yeah, they're putting stuff on
Oh.
PC, so
Yeah.
wait a little bit and you get it.
God of War.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was really good.
Oh.
Unless
The Spider-Man
unless they-
games I'm loving. I mean,
Unless they were like Bloodborne 2, like that happened, I'd be like, "Yeah, here's your money back. Give it back to me." That's the only thing that made me come back to it. I have a really weird question. Now, I want to preface that it's a weird question because normally, if you ask this in a room of at least 4 people, like we are now, you will divide the room in half. And I'm really
Interesting.
curious about this because I want to see if I can divide the 3 of y'all some way with this. And again, try this at home if you've never done it before. If you're at a party and it's getting awkward, make it more awkward. Do you wipe your butt sitting down or standing up?
Actually,
oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't wipe
down,
my ass
sure.
anymore.
Sitting
use a
down?
bidet.
Okay, we got a sitting down.
No, I kind of, if I do wipe my ass, I like lean up.
Lean up. Yeah, you lean
Lean-
up. I never stand up. I've never stood up.
No, I
Too
don't
much
ever stand
energy.
up.
Never
And my
stood up.
cheeks
Okay.
will close if I stand up.
Too much
Okay,
energy.
so-
Not if you're bent over. Not like bent right over. Like forehead on the
Yeah.
floor.
Definitely sitting down.
The cheeks will spread.
because- yeah.
Sitting down.
Yeah.
Okay, so all 3 of y'all sit down. That's
Oh, here's-
interesting.
I recently got a bidet as well, and
Okay.
I just sit there and let
Man.
it spray me.
Life changer. It's a life changer. I feel like a king.
It's really good.
I
It's
feel like
really
a
good.
king now.
I should have done it a long time ago.
Yep, I told you to. I told you. I tell everyone. Get
When
I
I
a
didn't
was-
feel like installing it.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a pain,
I
but
don't know,
it
man.
doesn't take
I
that
feel like
long.
it's just. I feel like
We
I would
grew
make
up
a
with them
fucking
though. We
mess.
grew up with actual bidets, not like the add-ons to the toilets.
Yeah.
Like, we always had one in the house.
Yeah, so if the separate bidet, right? Like
Yeah.
separate
Yeah.
to. So
Yeah.
we had like a lake cabin when I was a kid, and it had one in there. I never used it, and thinking back on it, I still didn't because if you like turn like the water all the way up on it, the water pressure was so good it would
Yeah.
hit the
Yeah.
ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That means it'll
Well-
clean your ass real good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
I-
clean you out.
I could not picture. I could not picture sitting
Cold.
sitting on that.
Imagine a cold shock.
Oh my god.
Oh, man,
Cold
that's what
shock
happens.
right between the cheeks.
That's what happens to my
Why,
downstairs bidet.
I like
so
flooded
cold.
our house. I was a kid and I flooded our house almost with
With the bidet.
because I turned on the fucking thing and then I just like left it, I guess. And mom was like, "Wow, all this water
Just
coming
a
from?"
giant
It's like,
fountain.
yeah, and it was just like all this water coming down the stairs and filling up the floor, and then that's what.
Oh
but no,
my
I've never used them
God.
myself. I feel like I feel like that is such an uncomfortable. Like I don't like changing the process of taking a shit. Like I will take a shit and I'll use a baby wipe after. I will take a shit. I'll wipe my ass and then I'll use a baby wipe, and then that's like my alternative to
A
the
cooling
bidet.
wipe.
Oh, man.
Um,
Sometimes
so
sometimes I'd like after like super drunk nights or something, the sloppiest shit, I would just take a shower. I wouldn't even fucking attempt to wipe. I'd just fucking lie in the shower, let it rinse
Oh my
off.
god.
Here's a question for you guys.
You're
though.
an animal.
Do you guys go to the toilet, like public toilets?
Yep.
if I have to.
Now,
if I
if you have to go, if you have to go, and you sit down on the toilet to take a shit, do you take a piece of toilet paper and put it between your cock and the toilet bowl so it doesn't touch the toilet bowl?
Yep.
You do it? I just
Yeah.
started
Depends how
putting-
big the toilet is, how small the toilet is.
I always
guess.
seem to end up on a small ass toilet.
it
And I
depends
wanna
how
put
big my dick is.
Most
At the time.
depends how hard I am. The I find a lot of places have small toilets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate a small toilet.
I
Downstairs we got a
fucking
new
hate
one,
it.
an elongated bowl, boys.
Oh,
Elongated
nice.
bowl.
Nice.
That's what it's all about.
I like that.
No, I don't do that because it depends on it depends on the toilet. But I always definitely put toilet paper on the seat though. I always fucking do that.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Whenever I did that one time, and then my dink like touched the seat, I was like, "Ah! Ah!" Ever since then, like I always put the toilet paper in front so my dink doesn't touch the bowl or the seat.
You're like the guy. You're like the guy from Deuce Bigelow, the cop. He had some water splash from a. What did he say? You remember? It's like, take a look at this, Bigelow.
I
You ever seen that before?
You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah.
I didn't expect this for tonight, but here we are. But you made me think of this with this. I once paid one of our field technicians. Okay, so we all know what Poseidon's Kiss is, right? It's when
Actually,
you're
I
taking a
don't.
shit, the turd falls into the water, and the
Oh,
water
yeah.
comes
Splashes
back up,
back
and
in.
Oh,
it
that's
just
the
okay,
worst.
okay.
Yeah.
right on your butthole, just little
Poseidon's
kiss.
kiss. Nice.
Yeah.
So
Direct.
we were doing some soil investigations. It was like these 40-foot holes straight down, and there was water at 15 foot. And I was wondering what the terminal velocity was of a piece of
Yeah.
poop, and if it hit the water, would the water come back up?
It
So
depends.
I
That
gave
would have
one
to
of
be
the-
a heavy turd.
Yeah, that'd be a massive.
I
turd.
gave one of our field technicians $10 to shit in the hole. I gave him $10 to shit in the hole. I still have the photo. Now that I
Oh
think about it,
my
I still
God.
have
Oh,
the
wow.
photo somewhere on my work computer
The work computer.
of him squatted over. You can't like see anything other than his ass
Yeah, yeah.
cheeks, but him squatted over the hole.
Man,
And then the next one's him catching the poo beside him.
There's a splash. The splash coming out of the thing. Freeze frame on the splash.
And this is like super cold groundwater. If it hit him, you would have known pretty quick. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. I rely on that instead of the bidet.
Poseidon's
that's
kisses all day
outdoor.
long, baby.
Guys, I got 3 more questions for y'all.
All right.
Well, first, let's go ahead and hit a 2-parter real quick. Is there a game you all agree on, like, being amazing? On the inverse of the coin, is there a game you all agree on being just awful?
Ooh. I think amazing.
I think there's so many we agree on that would be like amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But all that
Couple.
we've played together, though, like Daniel hasn't played a few games that we both think are amazing. I think the
Why
game
not?
that,
What
I
about
think
like Tears of the Kingdom?
I
yeah,
would say Hogwarts and Cyberpunk.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts,
Cyberpunk.
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
What else?
are
Friggin'
amazing. Like that's a unanimous Elder Trolls.
The
decision
Spider-Man
across the board
games.
of those 2 games. Yes, I mean
I say
Spider-Man
Cyberpunk.
games?
I say Cyberpunk was our big one. We
Yeah,
did a
it's a big
Cyberpunk episode where we did a whole deep dive Cyberpunk episode.
Yes,
before it
that was
cool,
a really fun
you know?
episode. That was a good episode.
Before it was
Yeah.
cool, because we're trendsetters, we trend.
Yeah, that was before it was cool. True.
Um,
It was before the updates.
yeah.
we were there from day 1.
Yep,
From day
day one. Day one on next gen hardware. Had no problems.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
problems.
it's
Yeah,
It's
that's
true.
That one I can say we loved. Hogwarts we all loved.
As-
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. As for a
Game
shit
that we
game
hate.
or game we don't like, I should say.
You don't like, maybe you hate it. You both got all like,
That we
that's
all
not good.
hated.
Oh,
I
Daniel
feel
didn't
like we've
play
tried something.
it. Me and Jonathan played 7 Days to Die recently, and we were like, "This game is terrible. This game is so bad."
Man, yeah. Yeah, Daniel wouldn't have played that. Did Daniel play? I don't know.
I feel like there's
That's the
something
only
we've
game in
tried
recent
over-
memory that was just like, I'm not fucking playing this shit. This is horrible. But it was old.
How did you guys feel about that Capcom one? What was that?
Exoprimal?
Exoprimal?
I liked it.
It
Oh,
was
you liked
okay.
it.
It was just meh.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't.
I don't think we would all play. Like, if we know a game is maybe going to be no good, like one of us will play it, and
Yeah, that's
Probably me first.
And it's
'cause I
probably
just buy
Nathaniel.
whatever.
yeah, exactly. And he'll tell us if it's worth playing or not. So he kind of screens the shit games.
Unless they're on Game Pass.
You are
Yeah.
much kinder than my co-hosts. they pick shit for us to play.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right.
No, we use him as the shit screen.
Yeah.
Like Joey picked fucking Duke Nukem Forever,
Oh,
which
okay.
is awful. And then there's Hunt Down the Freeman, which is like a fan-made Half-Life game.
Okay.
And I was getting shit because I was using no clipping to get through some of the levels. And then when we went to
Nice.
record the episode, they were like, "Yeah, I had to use no clip to get through some stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
That's brutal. Because like you could not do it otherwise.
Yeah, I had like a enemy die in a doorway, and I couldn't walk through the doorway where the rest of the level was. I had to no clip through the enemy.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Wow.
This is gonna be a big question.
Cool.
Y'all don't have to agree on this, but it seems like y'all agree about a lot of stuff.
We're pretty. That's the
Y'all,
thing.
like a little hive mind, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like just.
Not
I mean,
always.
not always, but me and Jonathan, I'd say we're pretty close to what we're like on the same kind of wavelength. A lot
Except
of
for
the
you
time.
like fucking Souls-like games, and I just will not play them.
Yeah, no
He's
thanks.
like, "Oh, I'll play Lies of P," and I was like, "Okay, I'll download it. I'll play it."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "This game is so good, blah blah blah," and I played it for an hour, and I was just like, I got to the first boss, and then I died, and I had to do everything over again. He's like, yeah, that's what you do. I'm like, why would I play this? I'm not playing this anymore. Like I spent
No thanks.
so much time getting to the boss, and I died like once, but I think I just had a checkpoint. Like I just done a checkpoint, but the second time I died was like I had to do fucking everything
know.
over again.
Lies
I
of
was
P
like,
was-
fuck this.
You sound like me because like I'll be like, hey, I should play a Souls game again, and then I'll get back and I'm like, how did I struggle with this boss? That was so easy. I'll get to the next one,
Yeah.
and then it's like this game's fucking bullshit. Then I put it down for 3 months, right? And then 3 months later, I'm like, oh, why did I put that down? That's my Souls cycle. That's
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried a little bit with the Valkyrie fights in God of War.
Mhm.
They are kind of like that. They were very hard. But I did enjoy kind of beating some of the Valkyries. But I'm not. That's something I chose to do that I could stop
Yeah.
doing at any time.
Right.
Which was really cool. But I did dabble in that, and I got pretty frustrated.
So on this question, what is the current thing wrong with AAA games?
Oh my God, where do I start?
I would say
I think the
optimization,
fact that they're,
Yeah.
yeah, or the fact
optimization,
that they're
and
never ready when they come out, quote unquote, and then they just keep getting patched over 3 years and win ongoing Game of the Year. That's a big one for me because like it
Definitely
doesn't
not
really
No
happen
Man's
with indie
Sky,
games,
right?
no,
Yeah.
No Man's
Yeah.
Sky.
Exactly. Well, it's a great example, but it doesn't really happen with indie games. So that's mine. That's my big one. But again, it depends on the game and if I'm patient enough to stick with it, like I did Cyberpunk. So that's my big one. It's just taking forever for it to actually become what it
Yeah.
should have been when it comes out, type thing.
I think that's just optimization and upscaling.
Yeah.
Is like
I'll just let him take it.
with the ray tracing out now and all the technology that they're trying to force into games is just like even the best of the best can't run these games at, you know what I mean, at 4K,
Right.
4K 120, 4K 60 with
Yeah.
ray tracing on.
4K
It's just
60 is a chore to run with
yeah,
new games.
like it's not easy to run 4K 60. Like even for a 4090, and you have ray tracing on and everything like that too. Like how are the rest of the people supposed to run this game? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I feel like they rely instead of on optimization and making sure everything is running in the proper order and in harmony. They just say, "Oh, well, we'll upscale it so it doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't
Right.
have to run so
Yeah.
intensive.
And then
just
you go-
upscale."
Yeah, then you go online, it's like, oh, this game runs like shit, yada yada yada. It's bad optimization. Then you've got those guys in the comments like, use DLSS, dummy. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like,
Use upscaling.
Fuck
Okay, and it's all about AI, right? It's just Nvidia trying to peddle their AI technology and all this shit. Just because that's the bottom line. It's all about the bottom line. And I think that's what it's all about. But
And it helps, and it just by like not cooking your game long enough and throwing it to the upscaling technology, like you can get the game out to a year before you need to.
yeah, cutting corners. It's just cutting corners.
A lot is happening with the Unreal Engine 5 games. Like that's all it is right now. The Unreal Engine 5 games are so badly optimized, or like they don't know how to build Unreal Engine 5 games yet. Like it's going through its growing pains, and it's so bad. Like I just finished Lords of the Fallen, like I was saying earlier, and it was a mess. I thought it was such a mess in there. Just like even playing on low graphics and like the stuttering and the choppiness, I was like, how am I supposed to beat these bosses if it's the FPSs are itching?
Oh yeah, if it's not,
If it's not smooth in a Souls-like game, how am I supposed to beat these fucking bosses? And it was
What about
brutal.
Remnant 2? Remnant 2?
Remnant 2,
as
same
well?
thing. Yeah, same thing.
Just these UE5 games are maybe they just don't have it yet, you know.
What we haven't
Which is
seen,
weird for PC. We see that. Remember, we'd see that for consoles. It's like, oh, the devs don't know how to develop for it yet. You know, they're maximizing like, and by the end of the life cycle of the console, it's like they've figured it out, and games are really good. You know,
Yeah.
we've
But
never seen that on PC.
we haven't seen a AAA studio use Unreal Engine 5 yet, though. It's all been these like AA studios or these like lower, you know, these kind of not indie, but like these lower end. I don't think it's
Lower budget.
lower budget studios. You know, that they may not have the manpower or the experience or the technology or the whatever to smooth that shit out.
True, like
That's
because
what I've
Fortnite
noticed.
runs it and it's fine, but they
They
invented
fucking made it. They invented
Yeah, they created it, so
it. But
yeah,
I'd
that's
say
what's wrong with it.
optimization. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
All right, good deal. And y'all ready? Last question, but it's a two-parter,
okay.
and I'm just curious to know this. What's your favorite and least favorite Canadian stereotype?
Oh, I know. We all speak French. I fucking hate that.
Yes, least favorite for
Least
sure.
favorite for sure.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, you're from Quebec? I'm like, no.
No, I'm not. From
I try not to go to Quebec. At any chance I get, I don't want to go.
The A thing pisses me off too, because it's like
I say that a lot.
I
sure,
like
we'll
that. I
say
think
it,
it's funny.
but it's not. I don't fucking say it after every single goddamn sentence. Like it's not one of those things. Like no, people don't do that. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Wow.
like anyone saying "huh."
I find the Canadian accent that a lot of Americans hear is actually East Coast Canadian.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
So
Like,
they
it's
all
a
think
really weird accent.
yeah, they all think we're from the East Coast. And it's like Newfoundland, like trash language.
Newfoundland trash language.
Oh, I'm sorry for any
No,
Newfoundlanders.
there's definitely. What would you guys say the Ottawa Valley accent
I'm
is? though?
fucking
What would
dying
you- how
here.
would you describe that?
Ours? I don't know. I can't hear my accent. I don't know what I sound like.
We'll have to ask Slade whenever we ask Slade questions.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
say
I
y'all
have
are very
money.
neutral.
Yeah,
Y'all are very
okay.
neutral sounding. Where
Okay,
like
cool.
to me, you know, if I hear Canadian in my head, it's either Matthew Perry or what's his name, the guy who plays Wayne in Letterkenny.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Okay.
Well,
There's no middle.
okay.
There's no middle. I have no middle
No,
ground for
he
Canadian.
kind of like he's got. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I have no. middle
That's
ground
very
for Canadian
exaggerated.
accents.
Yeah, that's really exaggerated. Kind of like country.
That's like Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Hockey player
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I have
there's
no
a
middle
lot.
ground of what I
There's
think
a
a
lot.
Canadian accent is. It's
Okay,
one or the
yeah.
other. There's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of us sound like us. And then whenever you go to like the
Yeah.
coasts, when you go to the
Right.
coast, it gets really weird.
Yeah.
Even
I
West
Well,
think.
you'll get the.
I
get
think
the
the prairies have a little twang too,
Oh, they're farmer.
like Hoople, like
pigs, yeah. Oh yeah.
our guy that we play hockey with. He's from Winnipeg and he talks pretty funny.
Yeah, we can pick that shit up too.
Yeah.
But like the whole a boot
Yeah.
thing, I don't hear that anywhere. Like I don't, hear
know what that
anywhere.
means.
I do.
Yeah, that's weird.
My friend Jason literally.
I-
he says a boat, like BOAT.
Yes, a
Oh.
boat.
He
A
doesn't
boat.
say a boot.
A boat.
He literally
Yeah.
says a boat, like
I think
ship,
a
like-
boot is like
a boat.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
a
that's
boat.
what he
Yeah, a
says.
boat.
Yeah.
like saying a boat, which is weird, but I hear that a lot. But I think that is maybe what Americans kind of morphed a boat into a boot. They say a boot.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? I think that's maybe what it is. It's
Yeah,
that
it
a
could be.
boat, because people definitely talk like that.
Yes, they do. And you're like, what? Oh.
Like a boat? Like, fuck, you got a twang on you. But I think people.
There's a lot. Of
Another
different,
thing
like,
I was
variations.
gonna say, Daniel. I was playing Apex actually, and I said the word house. And
Oh yeah.
house, like, but so the girl, I guess it was a girl. She went on the comp. She's like, "Are you Canadian?" I was like, "How the fuck
Yeah.
you know I'm Canadian?" She's
Yeah,
just
I
the way
know.
you said house. I'm like, house? I said
House,
house. We're
yeah.
going to the house. I don't know. I was really
Well,
strange.
like-
She was like, "My husband's Canadian."
Yeah.
He says
Well,
it
I
the
used to
same
work at
way.
used to work at a call center. It was the same thing. I was talking to Slade. I was talking to a bunch of Americans because I worked for
Right.
AT&T call center.
Okay.
And so they would call me and they fucking sniffed it out like bloodhounds. They just knew, right? So it was little things that I would say. But like house, I feel like is one of them.
House?
Or
Yeah.
whatever. There's other little words that.
There's like a weird
might
emphasis
say,
on the
or
O
about.
and the
Oh,
U.
and the U, yeah, okay.
And the O and the U together has like a weird emphasis for y'all.
Yeah.
House.
If you-
Instead
if you-
of saying
if you
like
hadn't-
house.
House.
House. House. House. Yeah, the
I don't,
house.
if you hadn't pointed out, I might not have noticed it, to be honest.
right. Yeah, there's that. But like Jordan Peterson, you know,
Right.
if you're aware who that is.
Mhm.
I hear the Canadian accent in that guy. He's from Toronto.
Yep.
He's that psychologist, that viral psychologist who blew up, and is like
He's raising hell right now with all those
dubbed king of the
conservatives.
incels or whatever the fuck he is. But like he to me has a Canadian accent. Like when I hear him talk, like that is
Yes.
like it's almost like a Canuck
Yeah.
type accent or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, you can usually. That's true. I do hear it. Yeah, like the guys, some of the
Slade.
guys on.
Yes.
What's up?
Sorry, no, I had a question for Slade. I was wondering, like, if you
Oh.
live down in Alabama, okay? So,
Yes.
are there extreme Southern accents that even you hear where you're like, holy fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
It's the same
There's-
thing, man.
Yeah.
Same kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, before I get into that, do y'all have any positive Canadian?
Oh, yeah. I was like,
There was a second half
there
of
was a
that. All I got
second
was the
aspect
negative.
of that.
All I got
We
was the
hate our
negatives
country.
of what y'all hate for the stereotypes.
Yeah,
Um,
positives, absolutely. We love hockey because I do. Maybe Daniel
true.
doesn't, but
I-
hockey is
let me-
great.
We have a
indifferent.
local hockey team. I love going to watch hockey.
oh,
It's
really?
great.
Nice. Nice. Well, I said,
Yeah.
hey, you see that? I just
There you
did.
go. I love that.
I'd
We
say-
love maple syrup as well,
Yes.
and
Oh.
poutine because it's delicious.
Yes, it's fucking awesome.
I put maple syrup on fucking everything. Everything. Everything.
Sausages.
You fucking name it. Bacon. Sausage.
Ketchup.
You fucking name it.
You put syrup on your ketchup?
Yeah.
What?
He does.
I do bacon. No, I do pancake. I make pancakes. I put the bacon on the pancakes.
And-
Ketchup on the bacon, and then syrup.
Ugh.
What is this combination?
And then I just wrap it up.
Ketchup and
Then I
syrup.
wrap
Some-
it up into a little wrap, little pancake wrap, like a McGriddle.
Okay, you are
Slides
just
it
a
into his
freak.
gullet.
Somewhere Gordon Ramsay's rolling over to sleep right
Yeah,
now and
yeah.
like angry, and he doesn't know why.
You're just a freak, I think. I don't think that's a Canadian thing.
I'd say maple syrup on bacon and sausages is a Canadian thing. No. Oh no, you guys got like chicken
I don't
and
know.
waffles down there. You do
I don't
maple syrup on that, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah,
and I love
that's
that
good.
shit. I
Yeah,
love
Yep,
chicken
fried
waffles.
chicken and waffles. Yep,
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
it's very good.
I'd say another one
I
is
don't know. I don't.
we are pretty friendly, like most of us.
Mhm.
I'd say like if you're going around, people do like they go out of their way to like do or to help you, like just like the little things, like opening doors or just saying hello or nodding at you. Like there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of apologizing, so that's also true. So like if I step in front of somebody at the supermarket, I'm like, oh sorry. They're like, oh it's okay, blah blah. And they, like, walk by.
Yeah.
Like it's very nice. It's a lot of the time. A lot of the time.
I guess that's
All right.
true.
That's all of our positives, guys. We're out of questions.
Whoa.
I know.
That was fun. That was
It was,
fun.
hey, I'm glad y'all had fun. This is the fun part of Between Two Pods where the AMA gets flipped. We already have question number 1, though, about Southern accents. Well,
Oh, there you go.
There's a lot. But real quick, I'm going to take a bathroom break,
Okay.
and then I'll be back to answer that because I have a contractor I'm working with currently.
Okay.
I don't understand him. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I don't
maybe
understand a goddamn
maybe like
word you're
every
saying.
third word, and I've got a really good impersonation of him. So
Oh
I'm
my
gonna go
God.
bathroom break, and I'll be right back. If y'all need to,
All right.
I'm gonna pause the recording. So
Okay,
cool.
cool.
I'm gonna get a drink.
absolutely. So I have a contractor I work with. He is Cajun.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Cajun speaks a kind of a combination of 3 languages. It is English, French, and Native American.
Right.
Okay.
So when they talk to you, right? Like if there were subtitles, it would just be like inaudible. That's what it would say. But so like the other day I got a phone call from him. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that we're gonna be doing this tomorrow at 3:00. All right? All right, Wayne, I'll see you then."
Yeah.
All I got out of that was what I need to be there at 3.
Yeah,
I don't know
at
what I
3
need to be
o'clock.
there for,
Yeah,
but 3 I got.
That's
3
good.
o'clock tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got. He's a million miles an hour and you just pick up the key words.
Boomhauer.
Holy smokes.
Boom hour.
Yeah, kind of like Boomhauer for King of the Hill, but people around here really, really do talk like that. You also get like,
That's sweet.
Wow.
yeah, you get a lot of the "Hey y'all," you know,
Hey y'all.
Yeah.
because I don't think I have a bad Southern accent. I think mine's okay. I don't feel like the banjo. You can hear it out back or anything.
Yeah, no, it's
no.
pretty good.
No, it's
But-
not
but-
extreme. It's
The "Hey y'all" is
Y'all,
really
yeah.
a thing before something stupid happens.
Okay.
I was kayaking down a river, like a big, group kayak. It's basically just go drink beer with your friends, and there's some mild
Yep.
rapids. And at Moccasin Gap, which, it's named after the snake or whatever, somebody yelled, "Hey, y'all, watch this." And then he went down the rapids without the kayak. He just laid on his back.
Oh
crossed
my
his
God.
arms, and floated down it.
Wow.
wow.
Probably got a couple of rocks in the anus.
Hey y'all,
Yeah.
watch this. So you're saying it precedes something stupid? Is that what you said?
It's like hold my
every
beer.
time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the worst version of hold my beer. Like
Oh,
hold my beer.
okay.
Hold my beer, you can anticipate, but you hear, "Hey, y'all, watch this." The
Okay,
12 pack
I see.
has been drank. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's unexpected.
Yeah.
It's hey y'all watch this, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, huh? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Huh? Like, huh?
The other, another really big stereotype is talking like old moonshiners.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That stuff is questionable. Could probably put it in your gas tank and
Oh
get the
God,
best
it's
gas mileage you ever
disgusting.
get.
It's
We have a
disgusting.
few guys who do that here, yeah.
The most stereotypical one I've ever gotten. The detergent, like the laundry detergent bottle with the squeeze thing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in that.
Wow. That's like got super bad when they had to empty
And
all
that-
the
Yeah.
empty all those
Yeah.
and drink the
Yeah.
beer.
And that was served at a dove shoot that I was at.
Oh
Wow.
wow. Holy shit. Okay.
Is that like a wedding? What is that? What is that?
Dove shoot? It's
Dove
bird.
shoot?
It's like a bird shoot.
Like a,
Oh, like a hunt?
So so everybody's out
Okay,
there
okay.
with shotguns in a field, and they're
I thought it
serving
was-
that.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
like you're going hunting.
okay,
Yeah.
like you're not
You got the
shooting
detergent?
actual doves.
No, you're shooting actual doves.
Oh, you
Okay.
are shooting actual doves.
Yes, but not the pretty white ones that you're thinking about.
The
These are
pigeons.
more. These
Yeah,
are more
I
like
th-
pigeons.
Oh,
I thought that was like maybe a word, a southern word for like a stag and doe, but like
no.
like
No.
a like a wedding
oh,
thing.
Yeah.
These doves look more like pigeons than they do actual the
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
white ones that you're
Right,
thinking
right.
Did you send the
Okay.
dog into the bush to get them out?
of. No,
Okay.
no, they're an invasive species. Here.
No, they're everywhere. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
shoot and you hit them.
Do you okay? So with these ones, is that like is that something you like barbecue up nice, or do you turn them into like meat sticks and pepperettes and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take a pic. I've seen people stew them. I've
Yeah,
seen them, do like nice little meat
So-
sticks and everything.
When we shoot Canadian geese here, we usually turn them into sausages and
Okay.
pepperettes. We don't usually eat them like.
I don't think I've ever had goose.
No, you can.
I-
Yeah, it's always in a package in a salted stick. Of some
Oh,
sort.
really?
I fucking hate Canadian geese.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Like
They're
as like
such a pain in the ass. Here.
oh yeah. As like an animal,
Oh yeah.
or like eating it.
They just walk all over the golf courses and shit everywhere.
You're right. You're right. Where I was about to say they ruin golf courses.
They do that here.
Yeah.
It's all they do.
There was
what
a,
are they good for? They don't
there
do
was
anything.
There was a high-end neighborhood that got in trouble because they put out a bunch of this like poison feed for the Canadian geese.
Oh my god. Jeez.
They go down
Get out of
for
here.
the winter.
There's just dead
They don't
bodies
come back.
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Just dead birds everywhere.
Yep.
That's funny.
What else? Oh, so here's another question for you, Slade. Back
Okay.
to the toilet talk.
All right.
When you went to go take a piss right now, did you pull your entire pants down while you pissed, or did you just? Because that's what I.
Who would do that?
I just
You
did.
do that.
Because I get sweaty when I sit.
Oh
in the
yeah,
chair,
I can hear that. I can see that.
I get
can
sweaty,
see
So-
and then I just
so I-
chuck my pants and then piss.
So I'm wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Okay.
So I pulled them down enough
Oh, okay.
to pull the boys out. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I chuck them right down to the knees. Or right
I
down
have
to
done
the
that before.
He
If,
does
if
that in
I'm
public
sweaty,
washrooms.
yeah. If I'm sweaty enough, and I'm even not
At
at
the
home, I
urinals,
would
just
do
chuck
that.
my pants down at the urinals. Just there.
At the urinal. Is this
Walk
where the
in
dicks
like,
hang
what
out?
the
I do. I don't know if y'all have this. When I was in college or I guess university, I don't know. Do y'all call it university as well, or?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
there's
Both.
like two things.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess university then. It was in the big like common education building, right?
Yeah.
Where the majority of students have to go at some point. Massive bathroom. I mean, like 7 urinals and like 5 stalls. Some dude kicked the door in, not like to break it, but like to open it
Yeah.
in between classes, and he just yelled, "I'm gonna shit now, and you're all gonna listen to it." Went to the stall and then just took the most violent shit.
Oh my god.
I love where this
I've-
podcast went.
I've ever heard in my life. I mean,
That
it was
shit over.
it was comedic,
That's funny.
Oh.
and that's like a great
Dumb and
way
Dumber.
to, instead of just being like awkward about it, wait for everybody to
Oh,
leave
yeah,
the bathroom,
yeah.
just establish the dominance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
we
no
we went
shame.
to a remember we went to
I was just thinking of this. Yeah.
the museum? Was it the museum
Yeah.
in Victoria?
Victoria.
We drove across Canada in an RV.
Okay.
Us 3 and my 2 cousins. We drove from Toronto to Vancouver. And in Victoria, which is the island on Vancouver, like we had to take a ferry over. We spent the day there, and we went to this museum. There's a museum there of some kind. I don't remember what it was, but we were in the bathroom. I went to go into the stall because all the urinals were full. I had to take a piss. I'm like, I'll go in the stall, and what I saw was just unbelievable. And I was like, it was the biggest turd I've ever seen. And I turned around and I leave the stall and I look around and there's a guy, complete stranger in there. And I was like, do not go in there. Like I'm telling this guy. And then I think you guys came in after
Yeah.
me,
We're
and I
like,
was like,
"Whoa."
"You have to look." Okay, you guys have to go in there and look. But I told the guy, I was like, "You don't want to go in there." But it was
I don't
absolutely
remember.
insane.
Oh, it was
I don't
massive.
remember seeing it. I don't have that memory, so I'm not sure I even looked. I don't know if you.
Oh, maybe you didn't want to
Look
look.
at
Nathaniel
I don't
looked,
know.
and it was
Of
something.
course you did.
It was crazy.
That is disgusting. Oh man. Wow.
This might be the most poop discussion in like an episode I've had so far. One shot.
Classic,
Yeah.
classic.
Classic
That's what we do.
toilet humor.
Yep. Well, I said at the beginning we could get a little crass. Is that all the questions? Are we done?
I think so.
Is that the questions?
Do we have any more questions for Slade?
What kind of questions?
Yeah,
do they
so I was wondering,
Okay.
back to video games.
Okay.
RE video games. What is your earliest game memory?
have?
Ooh, my earliest game memory. Well, there's it'd probably be not me getting to play, but me watching my cousin Zach play Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
My job was to read the instructions, which I don't even think I could read yet. But I could point at the pictures and
And the
you
game
know.
guide. In the game guide?
Yeah, that's I had the game guide. I had the game guide, and that was my job while he played.
the game
It's
guide.
an honest job.
Yeah.
Honest job.
Yeah, I was an honest day's work I did doing that, and then I played Ocarina of Time as an adult, and it's shit.
Yeah. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back and play it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I
Leave-
played it. I did play it recently. I played it the remake for 3DS. That was the most recent one that I played, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed myself.
If you have the rose-tinted nostalgic glasses, keep those.
Yeah.
The other one I have
Right.
is my favorite Pokemon game, which is Pokemon Stadium.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
But I had the adapter for the 64 where you could put your cartridge game,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I had a level 99 Pikachu, so I would just wreck shop with the neighborhood kids.
that's cool.
I never understood
Nice.
Stadium.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played it.
So you could battle. So if you had the little reader for your Game Boy, right, where you would
Yeah.
actually play the game and level up your Pokemon, you could slide it into this little adapter on the controller, and it would read your save file, and you could have all your Pokemon from the game and fight your friends.
Okay,
And,
okay.
and like battle your friends. There was
It-
no.
Yeah.
Did it go where the Rumble Pack went? Like on
Yes.
the top?
Yes.
Okay.
And then it also had mini games, which were really good. I love mini games.
Oh, well, it's
Okay.
on the Switch Online.
There you go.
So can you level up your Pokemon if you didn't put in a cartridge from your?
No.
So do they give you just like a
They-
base level?
yeah. So they were all there, like the original 151.
Oh, wow.
And they were all level 50. Like it was just an even playing
Okay.
ground. So even a Pikachu and a Raichu were level 50. They were
Oh,
both.
okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Nice.
I say level. There should be some big air quotes there, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Oh wow, I'm getting away easy with this. Well, one more time, guys, before we get out of here for tonight, please tell everybody where they can find you and about your podcast again.
Yeah, okay. Check us out on YouTube, Elder Trolls Gaming. We're gearing up with the YouTube recently. We got a pretty cool thing on there right now. But by the time people listen to this, it'll be over, hopefully. But it is an AI simulated battle between video game characters. So we have, I think we started with 16. We started with 16 heroes and villains, and we pitted them against each other in a tournament-style battle, and we let the AI decide everything. And we're making videos of each, and we're making the AI create art for each one, which has been really cool. And we basically read out the story that the AI feeds us and show the pictures of the battle. And so far, it's been pretty freaking funny. And but yeah, we've been doing that, and we're on podcast platforms everywhere. Elder Trolls Gaming podcast.
Awesome. Thank you guys again so much for being on here, and I'll see y'all again in 2 weeks' time for the next episode of Between Two Pods.
Yes. Sweet. Thank you so much
Cool.
for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
This was fantastic. Very fun.
Yeah, very
Hey,
fun.
I'm glad y'all really
Thanks,
enjoyed
Slade.
it. Hey,
We
it was
appreciate it,
fantastic
man.
talking to y'all. I'll
Thank
see
you.
y'all when the
right.
Elder Trolls Place Portal finally. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah. There you go.
See you later,
There you
Slade.
go.